I find 1,000 faces, but none that shine like you. Someone with your laughter, someone with your eyes, but every road will lead me back to the love I can't disguise. And every time I try to say what's living in my heart, the words all fall apart. So if I stumble when I speak, it's only 'cause it's true. I never felt the love this deep until the night I found you. And even if the world was mine, with every dream in view, nothing could replace the truth. There'll never be another you. If I had a sky full of wishes and every star to choose, I'd still be standing right here with nothing left to prove. 'Cause every quiet moment, every breath we share, feels like something heaven made and placed between us there. And every time I try to say what's living in my heart, the words all fall apart. So if I stumble when I speak, it's only 'cause it's true. I never felt a love this deep until the night I found you. And even if the world was mine, with every dream in view, nothing could replace the truth. There'll never be another you. Yeah. Tonight the stars are shining like they know your name. Every dream I ever chased was only half the same. But standing here beside you, I finally understand. Somewhere in this crazy world, love was always in your hands. So if I stumble when I speak, just know my heart is true. Every road I'll ever walk will lead me back to you. And even if 1,000 lives were given me to choose, I'd spend them all just proving there'll never be another you. No other heart, no other soul could ever take the place of you. Yeah. Some door. You don't close all at once. Very night late evening, thought I come again, soft against that wood. But I stayed right where I was, figured I should. I remember how you used to tap just like that, little rhythm in your fingers, I ain't forgot that. But something in me said, don't open that door. Some things you let back in, you can't fix no more. Ain't no use knocking, baby, I hear you loud and clear. Yeah, I know that sound too well, been ringing all these years. Ain't no use knocking, darling, I ain't who I was before. You might still be the same, but I can't be that no more. I got up real slow, walked halfway down that hall, put my hand on that handle, felt that old pull. Almost turned it open, almost let you in. But I felt that same old hurt right under my skin. I ain't mad at you, no, I ain't that kind. Just took me too long to get back my mind. So there ain't no use knocking, baby, even if it's you. I done learned the hard way what that love can do. Yeah, there ain't no use knocking, let that silence fall. Sometimes the only way to heal is don't answer at all. Yeah, some doors ain't locked. You just don't open them. Funny how love don't always leave loud. Sometimes it just fades in the same room. This house still breathes your shadow in every creak inside. Your laughter's in the hallway, but it ain't you tonight. We were thunder in the summer, barefoot in the rain. Now I'm counting cracks in ceilings, trying not to say your name. You stand there like a question neither one of us can face. I keep reaching for the pieces that don't fit back in place, and I prayed until my voice broke for a sign to make it right. drop. I'm worn out loving you, baby, but the silence hits too deep. So I lie beside your memory and pretend we're still asleep. You hold me when you're breaking, let me go when you're strong. I'm just a place you run to when everything goes wrong. We keep dancing around the damage like it ain't already done, painting over every fracture just to say we haven't lost. If loving you's a battle, then I laid down every shield, gave up all my defenses just to feel what we once feel. And freedom sounds like emptiness, echoing too loud. So I choose a burning closeness over walking out right now. I'm worn out loving you, baby, but I don't know how to stop. You pull me in like gravity every time I try to drop. I'm worn out loving you, baby, but the silence is too deep. So I lie beside your memory and pretend we're still asleep. Ain't always setting free. Sometimes it's just two people too scared to leave. We whisper through the distance that's inches from our skin, close enough to touch, too far to feel again. I'm worn out loving you, baby, but I don't know how to quit. You're the ache I've grown accustomed to, the scar that somehow fits. I'm worn out loving you, baby, but alone cuts twice as sharp. So I keep what's left of us alive in the ruins of my heart. Yeah. Leaving ain't always the hardest part. Sometimes you stay when you already know. Yeah, some words don't need saying till it's too late. You said something I didn't mean late last night. Didn't sound so heavy then, but it do now. You just stood there looking, didn't even fight. That silence hit harder than any shout. I try to take it back soon as it lives, but words don't turn around once they run. You picked up your keys, didn't say much, just walked past me slow, like I was done. I should've stayed quiet, baby, should've things break real soft, but they don't come back. The fading halls of night, I followed shadows left behind. Every step through silent storm carried echoes in my mind. Cold winds through forgotten doors, whispers drifting through the flames. The fading embers glow. Somewhere past the edge of time, where the silent shadows lay, I could feel your distant fire, like a light that would not fade. You were the flame that stayed when the world turned cold. Stars forget the sky, if the night consumes the day.